Hi, hello. Welcome to another episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is August the 31st, 2024. Hopefully, this episode finds you well, in good spirits, and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. I guess I should put an asterisk around that, but we'll get to it. I had a really good time since I left you. After recording, I went out, got another tattoo. So that was pretty cool. That's 2 tattoos in one summer. That's crazy. But I got a Magic the Gathering related tattoo. So that was pretty cool. A little infect symbol, if you know, you know. So that was nice. Very sentimental to me. Also, shout out to my friend Patrick, who started his little tattoo journey. So that's been pretty cool. Hanging out with him, getting some tattoos in. It's been a vibe. But yeah, after that, I went to Cane's, and that was yummy. I got a Caniac combo with an extra piece of toast. Let's see here. After that, I went to Northside, so it was nice to finally get back out again, get back in the swing of things, see my friends. I believe it was Bofa night, Bofa swap night, something like that. The exact name of the night is escaping me, but it was like a music performance by some of my friends and some other performers. It was really cool. Really fun night. Also, I was there. I got some more food, more or less just some leftovers from my friends. So, it was nice. Nice little Comet food situation, like some chips and stuff. Let's see here. After that, I hung out with my friends, have like some post band stuff, and then watched the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I'd seen it before, but the last time I'd seen it was with my dad, like way back. So it was nice to see that movie again. Still as amazing as when I last watched it, of course. Just amazing work in cinematography. Let's see here. Now here's where the asterisk comes in, right? So on to today. I have realized that there is a mouse in my house, and it is stressing me out. I'm just not big. I mean, who's big on them? I guess some people like little mice or they like rats. I see some of my friends, and by all means, I'm not one of those people. I'm sorry. I'm pretty skittish around them. They makes me uncomfortable. But I've been tearing my house inside out, trying to like clean and deal with that. My guess is it's just one mouse, and it came in through the AC vent situation because ever since the tape fell off, again, I was like, I'm just leaving it. I'm not fucking with it. So yeah, I'm guessing it's that, but I don't know. So I've been kind of out of sorts with that. Been pretty stressed out about that. Plus, like lack of sleep. Like I think I've gotten like 2 hours. So please forgive me if this episode feels rushed. I'm doing my best over here, but we'll see. Hopefully, just bear with me. Mea culpa. Let's go ahead and try to do the startup, and we'll get into it. From the BBC. Girl 14 killed as Russian strike hits Kharkiv playground. A 14-year-old girl has been killed after a Russian guided bomb strike on the northeastern Ukrainian city of Kharkiv hit a playground, local officials say. At least 6 other people were killed and 59 injured as a 12-story residential building was also hit in the city near the Russian border. Pictures showed flames and thick black smoke coming from the upper part of the building as firefighters carried people to safety. President Volodymyr Zelensky renewed his calls for all Ukraine's international partners to allow it to hit targets inside Russia in order to prevent such attacks. His office said Moscow's forces had fired more than 400 drones and missiles at Ukraine over the past week. The attack came just hours before Mr. Zelensky dismissed the head of his Air Force, Lieutenant General Mykola Oleshchuk. We're going to go with that. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Let's hit the next thing. From the Hill. Joint raid targeting Islamic State leaves at least 15 dead. 7 U.S. troops hurt in Iraq. The U.S. military in Iraq targeted Islamic State group militants in a joint raid Friday that left at least 15 people dead and 7 U.S. troops hurt in western Iraq. 5 U.S. troops were injured in the raid that took place Thursday, while 2 of them suffered injuries from falls that occurred from the operation, the Associated Press reported, citing a U.S. defense official who spoke on condition of anonymity. The official also noted that 1 wounded soldier had to be evacuated for additional treatment, while 1 who suffered the fall had to be moved out of the region. The raid, first reported by the NBC News, resulted in the death of 15 ISIS operatives, the U.S. Central Command, or CENTCOM, said in a statement. The operation targeted ISIS leaders to disrupt and degrade ISIS's ability to plan, organize, and conduct attacks against Iraqi civilians, as well as the U.S. citizens, allies, and partners throughout the region and beyond, the military agency said in a statement, adding that Iraqi security forces continue to further exploit the locations raided. And there is no indication of civilian casualties. So I feel like that's definitely an important part to add there. Move on to the next thing. I'm just sticking and moving today, y'all. From CNN. 7 killed, dozens are injured in Mississippi bus crash. 7 people were killed and dozens injured in early Saturday when a commercial passenger bus headed for Mexico experienced tire failure and rolled off the highway east of Vicksburg, Mississippi, officials said. The National Transportation Board said it was sending a team to help with a safety investigation into the crash on Interstate 20. Among those killed were siblings who were 6 and 16 years old, Warren County Coroner Doug Husky said. 37 passengers were transported to hospitals in Vicksburg and Jackson with unknown injuries, the Mississippi Highway Patrol said. The 2018 Volvo bus overturned in the westbound lanes near Bovina, said the Highway Patrol. Anytime you have people killed or injured, it's tragic. But when you have a situation like this, where you have multiple fatalities and multiple injuries, it makes it even worse. Warren County Sheriff Martin Posse, I'm gonna say Pass, whatever, told CNN affiliate WAPT. The bus belongs to Autobuses Regiomontanos, which transports passengers between Mexico and the United States, according to Miranda Fernandez, a company spokesperson. The company is based in Monterrey, Mexico, Fernandez said, and has several locations in the United States, according to a company website. It's unclear which city the bus originated, according to Fernandez, but it was on its way to Mexico. All the passengers go through proper immigration checkpoints and must show their passports or visas to enter either Mexico or the United States. Several Mexican identification documents were found on the bus, according to the Mississippi Highway Patrol spokesperson, Kervin Stewart. Which is saying you even have to fucking say that shit, but that's just political climates, and, you know, the media is going to do that to fill in those blanks for you, because, you know, maybe people are going to ask. But, you know, at the end of the day, obviously, it's very much a shame that people died. You know, obviously, at the end, it's like a freak kind of accident if it's a tire blowout, from what I'm gathering. But, yeah. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. I'm sorry, y'all. I know this is not my best work. Let's go ahead and close it out. Oy. Our last story comes from CBS News. Judge suspends X platform in Brazil amid feud with Elon Musk. A Brazilian Supreme Court justice on Friday ordered the suspension of Elon Musk's social media giant X in Brazil after the tech billionaire refused to name a legal representative in the country, according to a copy of the decision seen by the Associated Press. The move further escalates the month-long feud between the two men over free speech, far-right accounts, and misinformation. Justice Alexandre de Morales, Moral. What did I say? Moral. I think it's Moraes. It's Moraes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Justice Alexandre de Moraes. In my head, I've been saying it a whole other way. Had warned Musk on Wednesday night that X, formerly known as Twitter, could be blocked in Brazil if he failed to comply with his order to name a representative, and established a 24-hour deadline. The company hasn't had a representative in the country since earlier this month. In his decision, De Moraes, I'm still saying it all funny, gave internet service providers and app stores 5 days to block access to X, and said the platform will remain blocked until it complies with its orders. He also said people or companies who use virtual private networks or VPNs to access X will be subject to daily fines of 50,000 reais or $8,900. Elon Musk showed his total disrespect for Brazilian sovereignty and in particular for the judiciary, setting himself up as a true supranational entity and immune to the laws of each country, De Moraes wrote. Brazil is an important market for X, which has struggled with the loss of advertisers since Musk purchased it in 2020. Market research group Marketer says some 40 million Brazilians, roughly 1/5 of the population, access X at least once per month. Let's see. X has posted on its official global government affairs page late Thursday that it expected X to be shut down by De Moraes. I keep saying it funny. Simply because we wouldn't comply with his legal orders to censor his political opponents. We attempted to defend ourselves in court. Judge De Moraes threatened our Brazilian legal representative with imprisonment. Even after she resigned, he froze all of her bank accounts, the company wrote. Our challenges against his manifestly illegal actions were either dismissed or ignored. Judge De Moraes De Moraes' colleagues on the Supreme Court are either unwilling or unable to stand up to him. So I will say, if the part about the legal representation having their assets froze, that seems a bit fucked up. That seems a bit red flag. But, I can only go off of what I'm hearing here. Let's see here. I wanted to move a little bit further. Another thing I think I had a problem with, also on Thursday evening, Starlink, Musk's satellite internet service provider, said on X that De Moraes this week froze its finances, preventing it from doing any transactions in the country where it has more than 250,000 customers. This order is based on an unfounded determination that Starlink should be responsible for the fines levied unconstitutionally against X. It was issued in secret and without affording Starlink any of the due process of law by Constitution of Brazil. We intend to address this matter legally, Starlink said in a statement. I definitely think that seems a bit fucked up because they aren't together, though De Moraes more or less has said he ordered the freezing of Starlink's assets as X didn't have enough money in its account to cover mounting fees, and reasoning that the two companies are in part in the same economic group. So I will say that it's a bit telling that there wasn't enough money in the bank, though. That might be why the legal representation just stopped, a few months ago and didn't get renewed. But we don't know. We'll see. It might be a broke boy thing or not. But at the end of the day, X is not doing well. It's not done well since Elon Musk has taken it on. It already had debt. That debt got even worse in terms of the acquisition. So, of course, not having any guardrails in terms of, you know, any kind of moderation makes it so it's really hard to put on ads, which means it's really hard to make fucking money. And I imagine it's really going to be hard to get advertisers on when they find out it's like, oh, we aren't even available or visible in Brazil. So that can't be good. So yeah, wanted to go ahead and cover those stories for today. Let's see here. If you have a any inkling to help out, support the effort, you can become a newsie today. Tomorrow I'm doing shout outs. Hopefully I'm going to be sharper, better, more focused. Mea culpa. I'm sorry. I know this is a really doo-doo episode, but I tried. I made it through and we did it together. But yeah, become a newsie today. I shout you out. Plug the project if you'd like. Let's see here. Free ways to hit me up. IsaiahNews1@gmail.com. Feel free to follow me or the podcast on any of the socials. And hopefully I just see you soon for some more good news. I love ya. Bye-bye.